Alright guys, so we are back for another Dokkan battle. There was a data download last night while I was sleeping. Whoops! Usually I don't miss these. I figured that there was going to be one either last night or tonight. I was actually thinking more likely that it would be tonight, but it did actually happen to be last night. As you guys know, if you look at the clock down here, it's 9:30 a.m. on the 7th. When this is 4 a.m. on the 8th, the family Kamehameha Extreme Z Awakening will be out on JP Dokkan. Now, we have all the info for what the new cards do. There are missions, but unfortunately, there is one thing that's a little disappointing. So I was looking through these missions, right? Basically, it looks like they're going to give us missions for completing Goten, Goku, and Gohan, all three of them. But nowhere in here is a clue as to what the weakness is for this Extreme Z Awakening event. Usually, if we look in the missions, we do kind of get a clue, right? Like, you know, it'll say like Namek category or Revived Warriors or Hybrid Saiyans or something. But none of these say what category we're going to need to use here. So, already, this Extreme Z Awakening is actually going to work a little differently than the previous ones have. Like, see, I'm going through all of these. It gives us rewards for completing stages, for, you know, Extreme Z Awakening the character, getting them up to SA 15, all of that. One thing I will mention too is if you happen to have extra copies of these units just sitting around, you could probably use them, like awaken them, and just raise the super attack that way by feeding in the awaken stage. Because I believe the event is actually going to be appearing as well. Yeah, the story event, the Broly story event will be active as well at the same time as the Extreme Z Awakening. So that is cool. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at their new passive. So I went through a lot of their stats, and I'm okay. So I made a video kind of speculating on what the three units could look like. And I'm glad just because I wasn't too far off the mark. Not because, oh, I'm patting myself on the back, I was right, but just because I didn't want to be like far off wrong. That's the only thing. As long as I was not like, you know, I didn't want to make the video completely like shit, like, you know, once we got to the point where the units were revealed. But a lot of this is more or less what I expected. I'm a little disappointed with Gohan, though. So his passive is 90% attack and 40% defense and super. Like, that's a very, very, very small, only 40%. I feel as though they could have given him a little more than that. Because you look at Goku and Goten, theirs are different just because theirs is at the start of turn. It is very, very clear that Akatsuki is aware how much stronger of a buff is if it's on super attack. So they're very cautious about upgrading those types of passives. Now, Super Saiyan Goku, his passive, he gets 3 ki and attack and defense 80%, which is actually, that's very good. That's combined with their Extreme Z Awakening stats and the fact that they'll get up to SA 15, all three of these units are actually going to be monsters. Like, very, very good Dokkan Fest exclusive level. They really are. And then we look at Goten down here. His passive is change physical key spheres to rainbow, and then attack and defense 70%. They all disable enemy rampage as well, but that's only good on Broly's boss fight. So Goten will be very, very good for like the Hybrid Saiyan team. Very good. Because, you know, a Hybrid Saiyan team needs ki, and Goten can provide that, as well as be a quite a powerful attack and defensive unit. So that's very good. Then there's missions, which we already looked at, and then various medals to Extreme Z Awaken, the family Kamehameha units. This is nothing surprising. We did see in V-Jump what these were actually going to look like. We'll just scroll all the way down here. And then it's, yeah, they've got their own, you know, bronze, silver, gold, rainbow of all 4 of them. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Extreme Z Awakening, 3 units at once. Here we have the effects that are put onto their super attack, right? So Goku, supreme damage and raises allies' attack by 25% for 1 turn. I figured they would probably give something like that to Goku. And then Gohan, supreme damage and greatly raises attack for 1 turn. Again, I figured they'd do something like that. But that, like, that's really good. Like that's the reason why he only got 40% defense is because he gets a 50% attack buff on Supering. Gohan, like, I do not regret rainbowing him whatsoever. These units, I would say, are worth rainbowing. Like, I already rainbowed Gohan. I might rainbow Goten and Goku as well, just because, like, Extreme Z-Awaken units, I think, like, their stats become so high. And, you know, they give you so many, like, materials, like orbs and stuff, while doing the event to feed into them, to, you know, get them to 100% in SA-15. I do feel as though it's worth it. Like it would not be a mistake to do, so. And then Goten does supreme damage and raises defense by 30% for 3 turns, which again, that's good for him because he's not meant to be like a juggernaut offensive unit, right? I said, like, I think the most important thing for him would be if he could protect himself better. Like, you know, he'll create orbs for like LR Gohan or LR Trunks or LR Trunks and Goten, and then at the same time, if he could just not get crushed, you know, at the tail end of the rotation, if he gets hit and he doesn't take, you know, 50,000, 60,000 damage, then he's going to really be doing his job. So I'm glad that he got that type of effect. I believe here, too, Mobile Man actually does mention that all 3 of these units have become respectable sub-units for the teams they're eligible for. It'd be great if Bandai kept doing this for the other units that have been left behind by the meta. So yeah, a lot of the old Rebirth units, I think especially, that now are just pure trash, like the Int Super Saiyan Trunks or Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta, units like that, they need the Extreme Z-Awaken next. Fuck Ultimate Gohan, Perfect Cell. Like, I know they're going to be amazing once they get theirs, but, like, let's make some of these units that are just absolute dog shit and make them actually usable. I like that, because these 3 units, I would say, for the most part, outside of Goten, like, Goku and Gohan weren't really that good, because they don't have Prepare for Battle. Goten is an orb changer, so, like, you're using him to power up other units. But now, like, you know, if you put them on these teams in the right way, they're going to be very powerful. Gohan, too, on the Hybrid Saiyan team, you know, because you might have LR Trunks or LR Trunks and Goten on the Hybrid Saiyan team, he's going to share Shattering Limit with them. And then, you know, you might run Goten, he's so strong, you might run him on the team now as well, and same thing, you know, he also has Shattering Limit, so that could help with the lack of Prepare for Battle that these guys have. But here's what Goku looks on Pure Saiyans, pretty good. Gohan on Hybrid Saiyans, pretty good. And Goten on Hybrid Saiyans, also pretty good. So all of them are quite strong. And then here, Robin Hood says, definitely seems like they're being cautious about the buffs they give the units with attack up on Super. Since while Gohan's damage is good, I feel either it is or his attack will benefit from being a bit higher than it is currently. I do think the Gohan is fine just because they gave him the 50% attack buff, though. The greatly raises attack. Now, we also have their stats, the stat buffs. Shoutouts, of course, to the boy Zahal, and who is this? C Muddy. Shoutouts to them for all of the info, by the way. Okay, so here's their stats. These, I believe, are going to be their max stats without any orbs invested. So we can head over here and... Wait a minute, they already put it on the... They've already got it updated on the Dokkan Wiki. Yo, I was just looking at the stats before. I didn't look in too depth. Oh, god damn it. All right, well... Yo, wait, they even got the updated stats, bro. Okay, so the Dokkan... My bad. All right, the Dokkan Wiki has all of their updated info. Okay, I didn't realize that before. So leader skill, all types key 2, and HP attack and defense 50%. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Supreme damage, greatly raises attack. Here it says raises attack, but I think it's greatly raises attack. That might be one of those things that's kind of lost in translation. We'll be able to tell for sure once the unit actually comes out. Attack and defense 90% when performing a super attack. They still have not changed the unit's links during the Extreme Z-Awakening process. And then looking at Gohan's stats, like 16,000 attack, like he's going to be very strong. Like a Rainbow Gohan here will hit very, very hard. Again, I don't have any regrets whatsoever in actually rainbowing this guy. That attack, the defense, like these guys are going to be pretty good. Like it seems like if they give a unit Extreme Z-Awakening, they definitely will be usable. So that's a very, very positive thing. All right, so let's look at Goku. So Goku, not a fan of his leader skill. AGL, Int, and SCR type key +2 and HP attack and defense 70%. I don't know, maybe it's interesting. It's okay. I guess. Because Gohan's, he only gets 50%, whereas Goku, you can make some sort of weird STR in AGL team. Sure. It's fine. Supreme damage, raise allies attack by 25%. And then, of course, HP 30% or above, key 3 attack and defense 80%. Let's take a look at his max stats. Again, 17,000 health, 16,000 attack, about 10,000 defense. So this Goku, again, this guy will also be very, very powerful if he is rainbowed. And he's on the Buu Saga and the Pure Saiyan category. If only he had Prepare for Battle, this guy would be very, very helpful on that Majin Buu Saga. That is a damn shame. Same with Gohan and Goten. Goten could be very useful on the Buu Saga, I think, but like the other two, I mean, I'll try them out, but I certainly do think, kind of like the way Mobile Man did, like he mentioned, you know, Pure Saiyan and then Hybrid Saiyan for the two of them. I do think those are probably the best spots for all of them, outside of Goten. Goten will fit perfectly on both because of, you know, what his actual job is. 12 key multiplier did not change for either. Alright, so Goten, attack and defense 15% for every key sphere obtained. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. So he now goes to a nuking leader skill where he'll raise defense as well. That's very, very interesting. I feel like you could make an interesting team idea around that or something. Okay. So supreme damage raises defense for 30%. He, you know, changes orbs still, and then the attack and defense 70%. Links are the same, and then his stats, 15,600 attack, 17,000 health, and then the 10,000 defense. Yeah, so really going through it. I think the buffs for all three of these units were substantial. I do think, you know, this is a very good thing. You know, these are common units that a lot of people are going to have because they're again, frequently pulled units. So I will say this, guys. If you have these guys, definitely look forward to buffing them with Extreme Z Awakening. If you want to put orbs into these guys, I definitely think it is worth it. All three of them will be pretty good at the rainbow level. Very good, actually. I think they'll be Dokkan Fest level. Because, you know, the Extreme Z Awakenings, when we factor in SA-15, as well as just their crazy high stats, it'll all be worth it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for a stream when it goes live. Shout outs to my boy DJ Beta for the thumbnail, and I'll catch y'all later.